Joy here with me today. It's awesome. She's one of my students, so she knows my stuff, and she knows how easy it is. So awesome. We'll do that together. There is one for you, love.
Thank you.
You can see 𝗟𝘂. That's the name of my cafe when I had my cafe, and still there on the label. So okay. So let's start with the Borscht. She loves that one.
I do love that one.
Ooh.
Yes, 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 yes.
It's a gorgeous, delicious one. My recipes are simply following the weight, as you can see here on my screen. So what I did is I prepared ahead of time. Yummy, eh?
Yummy. Yes, yes.
It's a green infusion, a green, transfusion of energy.
It is. It feels like a transfusion.
Yeah. So what I'm doing, I'm just doubling the recipe, but if you were, you would follow this. So 290 of the bell pepper, and then we have 180 of the beets, and then we add 35 grams of the lemon juice, but I'm doing double, so I'm going to add 70. And on my scale here, it brings me to 390. See, it's so simple. You don't have to use and make things dirty. It makes it so much faster. Tamari, we add 30 grams of tamari. I'm using tamari. I mean, you could use soya sauce. I don't know, it would be the same taste though. So I suggest
tamari as well.
Yeah, I suggest you always do as I say, then change after. But if you do as I say, you would have the taste that I know is good. Now we add the tahini. And what's important, another 30 grams, what's important is that the one that you use, if you like the taste, then make sure you keep that one for the next time. It changes. When your ingredients are not the same supplier, it's a different taste. So make sure you use the same one. We add 1 teaspoon of paprika. Just like that. And now we blend. So you blend until it's creamy. Yes, love?
It's so pretty.
The color is
it's so pretty.
And as you saw, I had mostly red. I had some orange. If you were to do the borscht with a yellow bell pepper, then it would be more pink, which could be fun for kids. A pink soup. Little girls, I want a pink soup.
This is pretty pink.
There we go. And then, when you use your spatula like this, it doesn't splash. We will add to that some julienne, butternut squash julienne. Did you know there's tons of vitamin C in there? That butternut squash has a lot of vitamin C.
Good.
Really, you don't have to take so much as a supplement when you eat more food that has vitamin C.
Yes.
And then let's just finish it up. It's always pretty, isn't it? With a nice little sprout there.
The eyes eat first here.
Oh yes, oh yes. So there we go. We have done this recipe. And what happens, what I'll be showing you after that, the recipes are simple, just as simple as that. It took no time, and that's what it is. That's why you can eat this way easily. And it takes no time. I am telling the truth. She says it too. Right, Joy?
It takes no time. It takes no time.
She experimented it. She knows. Okay, the next thing we'll do now is we'll do the Zughetti. Okay, so we'll start with making the noodles. Cut the ends of the zucchini. Just put it here in my bowl. And then, I know I need to take the distance, so let's do that. So that's a spiralizer. This one is made by Lagostina. And you'll see, oh my gosh, this is so simple to use. So you simply cut so it would fit in, like this. And then, let's start at this end instead. There we go. Push it. I'm going to do it this way. Left hand. Practice my neuroplasticity. That's how you practice neuroplasticity. You use a hand that you usually don't use. There we go. But you can see how easy it is. So you simply make the noodles that way. Now I'm just going to switch around because, there we go. I'm more...
It's real easy that way.
Yeah. I'm a right hand. I'm definitely a right hand person, not a left hand person. But you know that, yeah, neuroplasticity is if you practice with the different hand, brush your teeth with your, I'm a right hand, brush your teeth with your left hand. That's, yeah, that makes your brain practice. Keeps you sharp. Important as you get older. Okay, I keep losing my rag here. I don't want you to see it, so I keep hiding it. I know it's here. Okay, for the next time. And then what we do is we do the flat noodles. And now I'm using a mandolin. I really like a mandolin where you have a foot. So you have your two hands free. Instead of holding with one, sliding with the other, and maybe sliding your finger. And that hurts. I did it at first, right? Always to be a first time. So when you start, it sticks, because you haven't started yet. But then after that, it goes super easy. And I must have enough now. Let's just see. Oh, yeah. So we have those flat noodles. And they are, when you do lasagna, it's the same kind of noodles that you would use. So let's just put these behind me. And then watch this. I have this beautiful here dill nut cheese. You saw me doing the soup? That's the same time it takes to do the cheese. It's just amazing.
Delicious.
That knife is awesome. It's a spreading knife. As you can see, I put some of the cheese on and I can just run it down. When I teach, that's the way I teach, is I use all sorts of ways that you would gain time, not waste time. And why? Because, you know, then it's not like, oh no, that takes too long to make, I'm not going to do it. You do it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's, you know, if it's easy, if it's quick, you do it. And then we roll. Just like that, little rolls. It sticks because the cheese helps with keeping it in place. Like this. And you can see that you can have, when you have guests over, you can actually have them do their own. So you just put everything on the table and you just have them do their own. If you have your children and they're a little fussy, they want more cheese, less cheese, then they do their own. Sometimes it's the big kid in the family that is fussy, right? We know that. We know that. Okay, and then look. After that, you just take it and put it like this just around the noodles. Why? Because it's a nicer presentation than mixing the cheese in the noodles. So when you do it this way, it's so much nicer. So when you eat your Zughetti, you cut those little rolls and you mix it with the noodles. This and like this. Now wait, it's not all done. There's still more to come. Just going to clean my board. Always easier if you clean as you go. Always, always. The other thing that is easier that I haven't done is you rinse as you go. But I'm going to rinse after, so we get things going. Okay, the next thing we'll do now is we'll decorate that dish, and we will use, earlier we did the soup, we used the bell pepper, and I kept 2 rings. I call them confetti peppers. It's so pretty. That goes on the dish. Just like that. And it's nice to have 2 colors. Of course, you can be only red, but it's nice to have 2 colors. And then what you do is you sprinkle over. And don't think of, like you would pillow on a couch. You just throw them in, throw them on there you go. It falls wherever it falls. Just like that. On top, we put a little bit of the alfalfa. It can be broccoli sprouts. Just like that. Then, to top it up a bit, it's always so nice. See the color? And also you build it in height, which also gives a nice presentation. So we have that. And it's always nutrition. What can we do for more nutrition here? We could add some hemp hearts. And in doing that, see, it's also nice. Look at this. It's nice also on the plate. It's kind of fun. And then you add nutrition to your dish. So that's the key to the raw food. That's what raw food does. It's really nutrition, nutrition, nutrition. Everything you eat is nourishing you. That's everything. Okay, the next one, and Joy brought for me, oh my gosh, some beautiful chard. Look at this chard. Look at the color, gorgeous. You take out the center here, simply like that. Take out the center for the chard. And then we'll do the same with the, whoa, look at the colored. So why I'm doing two kinds? Well, it's a nice presentation to have different color, but also different taste. It's really a different taste. It's nice on the plate.
Textures.
Different texture, different taste. And you could, if you had lacinato case, sometimes it's wider, you could do that as well. You could do in the lettuce heart, like the Roman heart, you can do that as well. Different taste, always different taste every time. Now here, I'm using the nut pâté. The nut pâté, when you look at my recipes, and here I have a broken one, but it makes the little pâté, the little burgers that you can eat. And actually, I'll show you, it's a falafel, but it would be the same. Like, oops, I broke the falafel as well. So you have a pâté like this that you can put into a lettuce wrap. But for today, and then those are the 𝗟𝘂𝘁𝗵s, which we'll use later as well. That's the pâté that makes those 𝗟𝘂𝘁𝘵 and burger. So you use the pâté. For this, we'll use the pâté. And then, I'm taking the pâté, and I'm spreading it on the leaves, just like that. Again, imagine what happens. You're at home, you have friends that come over, so you have little to do. You just have to prepare your pâtés and your spread, and then you put it on the table. You know, it's fun for friends to do something different. It could also be that, I mean, you can show them the video. You know, they'll learn how to do it, and then they want to try that themselves. It's a fun thing to do. It's different. It's different. Good thing you had the lid on.
Yeah. It's like cleaning up after yourself as you go thing.
Here we have a chutney. And I'm telling you that chutney, we did ice cream with banana at home and frozen fruit. My son put the chutney on top.
Oh, I haven't tried that. Thank you.
It was crazy. He loved it so much, he put it everywhere. And here we have julienne carrots, simply like this. You can put julienne bell pepper, you can put slices of avocados. The idea is that you would put something that isn't too bumpy because we're rolling. So as long as it's not bumpy, go ahead, you know, improvise. You can put sprouts, you can put the frisée salad in there, you know, just improvise. And then we roll, just like that. See how easy that is? So now what happens with this is if you have those pâté and you know the spread ready, you can see how you can prepare your lunch. In you know, under 10 minutes you have your lunch ready to go. So we'll put one here with the color, and then another one here with the Swiss chard. Look at this! Isn't this pretty? Color, color, color. It's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Okay, now the next thing. Let me see, my rag is here. Awesome. And I'll just put that knife here for now. And
it looks delicious.
And the next thing here, this is so fun. So fun. It's, and I have one more wrap for Jack when he goes so he can have some food to bring home. So that's the little wrap. So what happens here is, I was saying to Joy the other day, is when you eat flour, things made with flour, pasta, bread, croissant, donuts, if it's not a whole flour, like literally the entire grain that has been sprouted, it's glue in your body. As a kid, I used to make crafts at home. And my mom, you know, single mother and all that, so money was a bit of an issue. we make glue with flour. The craft didn't last for long, but that's what we did. So to tell you that when you eat things made with flour without the entire grain, it's glue. It's literally glue in your body. This one is made with butternut squash, zucchini, and then it has, oh my gosh, it's so simple, flax and some seasoning. That's it. That's all there is. And you dehydrate it, and there you go. So you've got your wrap here. Oh, and I can make the one for Jack at the same time. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And we will use the Roman hops. Why? Because they are dehydrated. They're not cooked, right? It's all dehydrated. So what happens is that if you put the sauce directly on it, it will start to rehydrate. So then it will fall apart. So you have to, that's why I'm using the lettuce, so it doesn't fall apart. Did you have that the last time, Jack? Did I do that? No, I didn't.
I don't think so, no.
No. So, and then I put some of the cheese. You can put guacamole, you can put salsa, you can put, you know, I have also a chili that I make that when you mix with the dill nut cheese, it's amazing. So you can do that. So there we go. We have some cheese in there. Then I will add to that a little bit of carrots for color. Always love the color. So now you look at fridge. I mean, in your fridge, what vegetables do you have? I have some carrots. I will put some of the cauliflower, like this.
Sort of whatever you've got, right? Is that
Whatever you got.
Yeah.
And then there you go, because you'll be eating it like a sandwich, right? And then, well, I'll wait for this, I'll put that at the end. Now, we take the bites I was telling you earlier. That's your burger meat, if you wish, in your little tacos here, I guess we can call it. It could be in a pita bread. If you want to use pita bread, it can be in a pita bread. But here it's all raw, of course. I'm putting some celery on top. There you go. You can put green onion, leek. I mean, you know, it's endless. Let's put some of those little sprouts as well. So pretty, right? So pretty. So little sprout. So there. How much time did it take to make, right? No time. No time. So that's ready. And then, now we get to the finale.
It's the restaurant in her. She has like a 4-course, 5-course meal here.
Yes, no, you're right. I mean, at my cafe, you always look, right, for people to have a special experience. So definitely, yes, yes, yes. There is my next recipe here on my screen. You have that recipe for free on my website. It's a ganache cake. It's to live for. It's so delicious. And then what I did in the case of this one, instead of making the cake into a round pan, I made it into a rectangular dish. And so I could cut it in bars like this. Look at this. So this is my wonderful friend, Crystal Dawn. She's amazing at everything pastry. Amazing, amazing. So I told her, I said, I'm going to go on your Instagram, and I'm going to steal the look of what you do, because it's so gorgeous what you do. So she had like this. It was raspberries, but I'm using strawberries. It looks like a heart. It's just gorgeous. I'm using strawberries. And then she simply put a little sprout on top. Whoopee. It's going to stick. Let's just find one. There. Look at that. Yeah, those little sprouts are amazing. And I mean, sprouts, put them everywhere. Sprouts are the one who have the most nutrients. Of any vegetables, yeah, sprouts are the one who have the most nutrients. So I actually, you know, in your salad, everywhere you can, just put them. Then the last touch, this is a trick from my daughter when we had the cafe. And I'm just going to do a test. I'll do it on my board here. I need a drop. Yeah. And then I do 3. You can do more if you like. But I do 3 little drops. This, 2, and 3. And then you use a toothpick or something with a pointy end. And you run it through. And you run it through. And there you go. So you decorate your plate, because as you know, when we serve a dessert, we always look to make it, kind of fill the plate in a sense. So that way you're decorating, but it's not overdone. It's more minimalist, which is lovely because really the dessert shows. So there we are. So stay with us. Next step is we are going into eating the food. Let's dig in. Look at the color. Oh, yum.
You know what it's going to taste like. You know it's going to be great. And every time it's just like...
Exactly.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's just like, it's good, but I mean, it's good. It's so good. It's better and gooder every time.
Well, it's just funny because every time I know that I'm going to eat it, I do that. I just do that.
Yeah. No, this is
it just bursts inside your mouth. It's just nuts.
Awesome. Let's try something else. As I said, cut the noodles, mix it with the little rolls. Mix it with the noodles.
And voila.
And voila.
So I think I got the one with more little rolls there. I got.
It was intentional.
That's what I thought.
We bite in the rolls. Let's do that. I'm gonna start with Shen. The carrots are just
Yeah. This is what tacos. We got two taco-like things. That chili sauce is just so good.
That chutney.
Oh, chutney. Yeah. And it's the easiest thing to make.
Absolutely.
Delicious.
If you need something, any of these to bring for lunch or to make on the go, so you're not reaching for the cookies that you should not be eating, because there you go, you eat food right away. I'm gonna go for one of these too. So what's amazing about these ones is you have a soft shell, but still it will hold everything. Like it doesn't fall apart. Like I said, it's not cooked, so it's excellent.
All right, let's see. I haven't made these yet. This will inspire me.
Yes, yes. And they keep
delicious.
So the wraps, they keep up to 3 weeks in your fridge. You put them in your freezer. I mean, give it 20 minutes on your counter, even less. They're ready to eat. So it's so simple.
Delicious. Just delicious.
And that burger crumble, you can fool people with that. You will think it means that
it's meat.
It's meat.
Yeah.
Because when you think of it, meat is simply that you season, right? You don't like a burger. It's not just a plain burger. You have put some salt on it, something, and then you put ketchup, whatever, on top. But we don't eat just steak without nothing. It's fried in butter or oil, or it's on the barbecue or something. So it's the same here. It's the seasoning that makes it so delicious, and that way, you can totally have. You can fool someone. When you prepare things like this, don't tell them. Tell them, yeah, sure, it's burger that I cooked and I crumble, and I made the wraps with it, the colored rolls, and I made the wraps here. So there you go. Awesome. Oh wow, isn't that delicious?
It's so good.
Okay, awesome.
It's so good.
Were you waiting for that one?
You know what? Yes. I like the meal though. The meal is delicious.
That is, when they say you finish with dessert, and it's lovely to finish with dessert. Well, this is just heavenly to finish with that dessert.
It's so creamy.
We use raw cacao, very, very important. Do not take cocoa because it's so bitter, it's next to impossible to cover the taste. And then you end up putting so much sugar that you don't taste the cacao anymore. Whereas this one, you taste the cacao. And it lingers in the mouth. Even after when you ate, it's still there. The taste is still there.
Yeah.
And there is very little, I sweeten with dates, as you know, very little dates actually in it. So, and again, when you do the recipe, follow exactly. You can always reduce the dates or increase the dates, depending on how your family eats sweets or not. That's how I did with my family. I started with having it sweeter, and then I reduce. Reduce by a few grams, 5 grams or 4 grams, and then they get adjusted to it.
And I've switched up the nuts in it as well. Like I've changed.
There you go, girl.
Because you do cashews, right?
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, you can do macadamia. What did you do?
I think I did walnut and sunflower seeds.
There you go, sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It was good.
But then you tried it first to see the taste, and then after that, when you do your own, you go, okay, that taste also I like, and and then it works for me because I don't eat as much cashew. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's all by grams. Again, it's easy because if you were to measure a cup or whatever quantity it is of walnuts, it's harder to measure than cashews. You know, they fill up the cup differently. With grams, you don't have to worry.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Joy, for accompanying me into this meal.
Thank you. Oh, my pleasure. All right. It's not a problem.
Twist my arm.
If you need me to sacrifice myself again sometime in the future, I'm there for you, my